Okay, so what do you see? 386, 87, 88, PSI 90, the temperature 94 degrees. That 94 degrees is being taken right here by the fan, but the outdoor ambient temperature is only 66 degrees. See this big opening? So this fan is pushing, it's pressurizing. The air hits the condenser, it goes through the condenser, it gets hot. The air hits the front face of the radiator, that acts as resistance. That builds up static pressure between the condenser and the radiator, and it's finding any little hole anywhere, and I could feel it shooting on me like a hair dryer, and it's coming through here and it's rolling around. So that 90 some degree rolls around and it gets sucked right back into the fan, because the fan is a low pressure sucking. So let's come over here, let's see what we got over here. So over in this area, let's see what our temperature is. I just feel a little bit of air blowing, not much, because this piece of plastic is in the way and it's blocking the air that's back here in the air from being pulled around. And it's 90 degrees. So right here it's 90 degrees, but out here it's 66 degrees. So let's see if there's anything rolling from under. Oh. And there I just killed my, I just slaughtered my, what the hell's the name of that? My thermistor. Well, it's gone. It just shot out. So that just killed that test live while making a video. I just did a sacrifice of my thermistor. I got many more, because every time you get a set of gauges, you get a free one. So I have like 8 of these things. That will end the test, and I won't cut that out. And that's an example of being careful. And yes, I do have safety glasses on. And yeah, okay, so let's get on here. So where my hand is going way down here at the very bottom, there's literally hot air being pulled up from underneath the engine. So this is sucking and it's pushing air through. The thermal fan clutch hasn't kicked in all the way yet. When the thermal fan clutch kicks in and starts spinning really hot, it pushes a lot of air. It sucks a lot of air, because the fan is on this side of the radiator, the condenser. This is a pusher, this is a puller. But the thermal mass in the thermal fan, the fluid, hasn't locked up one-to-one, so it's not pulling really hard yet. When this fan, this fluid-driven thermal fan clutch kicks in one-to-one with the engine, this high side pressure drops down from 345 all the way down to 195. That's because this has not kicked in yet. I've had this run. At the beginning, it kicked in for a little while, and the pressure was floating around 200, and it went down to, or no, it was like 260, and it went down to like 195 when this fan kicks in. This fan is not enough to control the head pressure, especially if you're missing like the little air dam, the little plastic piece that's, you see these here? There's supposed to be a little plastic piece that closes that off. Hot air is coming around there. When I put my hand way down here, from the air being pushed in that is hot to the engine, it's coming down through the bottom, it's rolling back up into the fan and reheating the condenser with hot air just sitting here. This is where having the really big, like 4 or 5 foot size fan sitting in front of the car, blowing air over front of the car, is more realistic of a vehicle traveling down the road, say at 25 miles an hour or so, than a car sitting at idling. And this is why you'll get a lot of false pressures when you're just sitting at idling. Alright, I'm going to cut out there. I gotta go, oh, there's my pieces. There we go. Little pieces there, piece there, and a bunch of little pieces down there. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. And I'm still waiting for that fan to kick in on the thermal fan there. And we're condensating really nice there. We got a nice condensating line. And what's it look like inside? I haven't taken a look inside. Let's look at it. 66 degrees outside. Uh-oh, I'm late for these guys. I'm making a video, taking up time, and I'm supposed to be at that place right now. That's what he's calling me for. So let me answer this. You're next. Can you hear me? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get my speakerphone on. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, hello? There we go. Can you hear me? I'll be to you next. I'm on my last job right now in Burlingame, and I'm heading to you next. Alright, see you shortly. Bye. And that's what happens when I'm on doing videos. It takes up time, and I'm late to my next customer. Oh, where was I going? Let's get back to this. Let's look inside and see what our temperatures are. We're only 52 degrees out of the dash. We got 92 degrees going in because it's going into fresh air through the trowel. I'm pulling through here. So it's 92 degrees going into the car. Our high side's 144, 46, I mean 350 on the high side there. But that's because we have this massively hot air. That's 120 degrees coming right here. It's getting pulled right into the fan, reheating the condenser. It's being pulled from underneath. It's being pulled from the side, sitting here at idle, wasting that condenser. And the thermal fan clutch is never kicking in. So in our inside, 53 out the dash. So we got 44 degree drop across the coil. And if they change that thermal fan clutch and it kicks in, this 330 drops all the way down to 195. All right, I'll see you guys.